Hey, I'm Matt Rosenthal, CEO of Mindcore Technologies. Listen, I want to share an interesting story that you may relate to, whether it's you or someone you know. What I'm going to talk about is common among people who own a business. 5 years ago, I was on vacation with my family, and I didn't leave the house for 5 days straight. Of course, I was able to break occasionally, but I was unable to really disconnect from work. I was getting calls from my wife, my kids wanted to see me, and my family kept calling wondering where I was and when I was going to join them. I was getting the constant barrage of, "You work too hard." But they didn't get it. I had a business to run, I had problems that needed my attention and my focus. So here's the thing, let me ask you a question. As a business owner, have you felt the same thing? Have you felt this before? Like you can't focus on the things that really matter because you need to respond to problems in your business. Think about it. Are you still feeling this in your business today? Are you feeling that you wish you had more time to spend working on the business rather than in the business? Or do you simply wish you could be more present with your family and enjoy a vacation for once? 5 years ago, that vacation with my family was a massive wake-up call for me. I realized that while I thought I had the business running more efficiently, I was still working in a more reactive way than I should have been. The business, by normal standards, was definitely successful. However, my use of time and the impact to what the business could be wasn't reaching its full potential. I knew there had to be a better way, so I returned to work after my vacation and decided I wouldn't stop until I figured out how to get my time back and improve every workflow and every process in my company to get everyone on my team more time, not just me, and a better quality of life, which is so important. The problem I uncovered was that most of my time was spent reacting to problems, responding to other people's sense of what was urgent or important to them. Nowhere near enough time was being spent on what would have the most meaningful impact for our clients, for our team, for me. As the leader who should be focused on vision and growth, I had to figure this out. So, after a deep analysis, I uncovered that the workflows and processes in place needed improvement. I had the right tools in place, but we were missing a crucial point. The business needed more automation, more efficiency, and this had to be in every department. As a mature business, it shouldn't have been relying on me to the degree that it still was. It just didn't make sense. So as a seasoned project manager, I always had a knack for building processes. So when I uncovered this problem, I knew my 20 years of experience had to come in handy. You see, what I realized is that what's necessary to be successful in business, it isn't always so obvious on the surface. It's not the day-to-day tasks, the calls, the emails, the noise that keeps us feeling busy. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's the time to think. It's the time to be creative, to process things, to see opportunities, to really dig in and reveal the short list of meaningful changes that can massively impact the outcomes and shift the entire trajectory of the company. That's where it all lies. No one tells you that there's a smarter way to do it. Look, I was doing what most founding business owners do. They work nonstop, put out fires, try to grow the company, and you try to do this all at the same time. It's just not possible for that to all happen. So look, when I was doing research for my solution, I uncovered that there are a few select business owners that really do it the right way. The few who did, they've become household names. You probably know a lot of them. Those owners knew there was a better way. So when I finally put the processes and the plans I developed in place, my business started to grow so quickly. It was exponential because I finally was able to work on the business rather than working in the business, and that's the key. First year after I had these realizations, my business grew 30%. Grew 30% the next year. That continued on for 3 years. I experienced massive growth. It was phenomenal. Not only did this give me my time back with my family, but I was finally able to stop putting out fires in my business and start focusing on the internal culture, which is so important, as well as the growth and new initiatives, right? All has to click, all has to work together. I was released from worrying about keeping the company running and was finally able to focus on keeping the company growing. When I saw what this did for my company, I started using these techniques with my clients while working with them on their IT strategy. This is when I took everything I learned through experience, refined and tested it across different industries, and in the spirit, the true spirit of helping people avoid making the same mistakes that I've made, regardless of the business that you're in, I became a mentor to my clients and friends and a catalyst in many cases for their growth. After falling on my face 1,000 times and making so many mistakes, I finally built the techniques that through experience that now give me the opportunity to pass the knowledge and strategies along to anyone who's interested in saving so much time and heartache. So look, I'm now able to offer so much more than just being your IT consultant and service provider. I'm able to take a deep dive into the current structure of your business, your future goals, and I'm able to provide the processes, the strategies, and the tools needed to align your business with your vision. That's true success. That's where it all comes together. Yes, look, my organization can be your IT service provider, but what I'm offering to you today is a much more unique experience. Can you imagine your business being so organized and so efficient that you can choose what you want to spend your time on? Can you imagine having more quality time to spend with people that matter to you? I mean, that's the reward. That's where it all lies, right there. Can you also imagine finally having the systems in place that remove you from being the single point of contact? It's so powerful. That's what working with me as your virtual CIO, advisor, and guide will provide you. I know I wouldn't have gotten to where I am as quickly as I have without coaches, without mentors, without business partners who did the same exact thing for me. I'm honored to now be in the position to pay this forward. When you sign up for a free consultation with me, we can do a phone call, we can do a video chat, whatever you want. We'll use our initial conversation to get to know one another, and we'll ensure that we're on the same page, that it all makes sense. Next, we'll set up a time for a longer discussion where you'll tell me everything I need to know about the problems that you're having and what you want to solve. We'll talk through your future goals and aspirations, what you're observing about what's wrong, and I'll come back with a mapped out plan on how we can streamline and organize everything so you can finally get your time back and do with it what you choose to do, whether that's spend quality time with your family, or it could be focusing on taking your business to the next level, or it could be both. In our initial consultation call, you'll also choose whether a monthly call or meeting with me will be enough, or if you also want Mindcore to provide you the IT services you need. You could do both. When you click the link below, you'll be taken to my calendar where you can schedule a consultation time that works for you. I'm usually booked at a minimum 3 weeks out, so definitely sign up now before more spots are taken. I thank you so much for your time, and I really, really hope that this was of value to you.